It's the Underdog Research Channel, Police and Citizen Encounters, Part 2 of the Billy Lee Coram story. I have it right here. Now, if you watched the first video, we all watched this man get beat down quite severely by the police. And during that incident, we noticed that there was an unidentified police officer. And I said I didn't know who they was at the time, but I did some further research and I got their body cam video and I identified this police officer. So this is going to be a conversation and the view of what happened after Billy Coram was taken to the jail after we saw him get beaten. Now, the individual we talked about was this. This was the unidentified police officer. Now, I looked and I tried to find information out, and it was kind of difficult, but I narrowed it down to what I've learned through research who this was. And the individual was Officer Chris Ditto. This was the second officer that was there who checked on Billy Coram during the incident where Officer Harris beat on Billy Coram. Now, I acquired his body cam and we're going to take a look, because what you thought stopped after he was beaten on the road in the back of that police car, that's far from the truth. More happened after he was taken to the jail, and we get to see firsthand what happened. Now, I want you to also notice that there was another officer at the jail, and this person wasn't identified. And we're going to talk about this officer too, because they said something that I think is important that you need to hear as we go through the legalities of this situation. Now, I know some of you may think this is about if Billy Coram is a bad person, or whether he had done a lot of things as a career criminal. But this is not about that. This is about each and every one of our constitutional rights. Billy Coram has a right to certain constitutional rights that have not been taken away. Now, was he incarcerated? That is correct. But even incarcerated individuals in this United States have a right to the freedoms that are still intact. And that's the issue here. So make sure you're looking at the rights from that perspective, not just what the person did, but the rights that they are afforded as U.S. citizens. So without further ado, let's take a look and let's go through this, and I'll give you commentary as we go through what happened after they was beat. I'm going to pick you back up where we left off. Check it out.
Recording started.
What's going on?
Trying to choke himself.
So you out? You all right? Billy, you all right? Dispatch, we're stopped on Willett Road. Just, let's go, yeah.
What's happening?
He was trying to choke himself out. We need. There he goes. All right, we got him back awake. We're out back to the jail. Have the nurse downstairs waiting on us.
Let us know when y'all have any security in the Sally Court. Leaving 23.
Yeah, okay. We're back moving now.
Sheriff's Office, let the know. Yeah, we're already here.
Tell them to get out in the Sally Port and meet us. We're pulling to the driveway now.
We're not going to be able to make more stop by train now.
Okay, we're good. We're fixing to go to the gates now.
Several.
9, you might want to come out here.
Where you got 21?
Alcohol advising.
I believe he is up to speed on what's going on.
Okay. Dispatch 497 County Jail. Close the Sally Ports. Rolling. You good? His head's on the other side.
He made me slam my fucking face in my head in the door. Dude went to punch me in the fucking face in the back of the car. Where's that motherfucker at my neck? He took off running from Foster. Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Where's Foster?
He was still up in the room, I guess, whenever JPD caught him out in the streets.
They're sending me back here with fentanyl on my goddamn body.
The nurse said your test come back clean.
No, it didn't. It's on the goddamn x-ray. Dude with the bitch hit me in my fucking face while I'm cuffed, you motherfucking bitch. I'll fuck your bitch ass up, boy.
Inside.
I'm fucking with the attacking me while I was in the fucking car handcuffs. When I knocked his neck.
You weren't thinking about your neck won't
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about it because that punk bitch motherfucker.
Inside. Where's the chair? Chair!
Go! Bitch, you're getting your ass fired. You're getting your ass fired, bitch sucker.
Billy, calm down, bro.
That bitch attacked me in the back of the goddamn car.
You don't want to catch no more charges, man. You got enough.
Look at my face, man.
I know.
Dude, pulled over while I was in handcuffs.
Let's talk about it. So what did we just watch? We just saw several things. This is after Billy Coram had been beaten in the backseat of the car by Officer Harris. He was just a minute and a half away from the jail when he was hit over and over in the face. And then the door was slammed on his head because he was adamant about saying that he had fentanyl inside his body and he didn't want to die. And that was Officer Harris's response. And here we have Officer Chris Ditto, whose body cam is on. He's brought to the jail. And when he's brought out, he's complaining and screaming about his neck that was just slammed into the door. And then we see Officer Harris take a swing at him in the jail with handcuffs on with multiple officers around. Now, let's talk about that. Now, I don't think I need to tell you how wrong Officer Harris was. It is apparent that he just doesn't care about anything that has to do with law enforcement. But let's talk about the legal aspects of it. There is a requirement has been passed in 1983 for providing medical care. The City of Revere versus Mass General Hospital 463 U.S. 239. It states that the main principles in that case, that police must ensure medical treatment. It is a part of the due process clause, and it requires a responsible government or governmental agency to provide medical care to persons who have been injured while being apprehended by the police. Pre-trial detainees also have the constitutional protections at least as strong as those granted convicted prisoners. And we know that Officer Harris knew that Billy Coram is a convicted prisoner. He has the right under the law. The reason I brought up this case is because we know for a fact that this particular person, Billy Coram, was a detainee at the Arkansas Jonesboro jail, and he was transported to the hospital. He was beat in the back of the police car with handcuffs on, so that we know he was apprehended. So that was a violation of his rights. This is not just an issue of what is right or wrong or what Billy did. This is our due process issues. When the police provide medical care, due process under the 14th Amendment states must provide medical care to persons injured while being apprehended by the police. Well, we know Billy Coram was injured. Pretrial detainees have rights at least as great as the 8th Amendment protections available to a convicted prisoner. So the reason I brought that up is Billy is not a pretrial detainee. He is a convicted prisoner, and he has rights, and the courts have established he had rights, and his rights were violated. Medical care must be actually provided. The municipality must ensure treatment occurs even if funding falls under the state law. There was an issue here. We see a convicted person and we throw away their constitutional rights. Not in this United States of America. Billy Coram had rights, and Officer Harris knew it, and every officer that sat there and watched knew it as well. Now, I must say, Chris Ditto, he did a excellent job by noticing that Billy Coram had an issue, by taking the time to address that issue, and he later discussed this with others. But I want you to pay attention about what else happened after we saw Officer Harris throw that punch at him. And let me just show you again one more time so there won't be any mistake. The part where Officer Harris threw the punch at Billy while he was restrained. Check this out. Now notice there, he's restrained. There you go. Look at his face. Look at his face. Swiped at him, trying to get at him, had to get pushed away by the correctional officers right there. And they finally said, "Get out of here, you psychopathic police officer. What are you doing?" And they pushed Officer Harris out of there after Officer Harris clearly wanted to try to hit a person who's already handcuffed. There was no reason. Look at all the officers, 1, 2, 3, already on him, and there's more in that particular place that he's being detained. There was no reason for Officer Harris to take a swipe at him. Let's just look at it right there. There was no reason whatsoever for Officer Harris to take a swipe at him. He did that because look at his face clenched. Wow. That is not protection and serving the community. That is not a good officer. And that is why he was terminated. He had something wrong with him, and it wasn't the first time. Remember, I told you in a previous video in 2022, he was involved in the death of another inmate and was sued for that as well, and was allowed to stay on the force. And here he was just caught again, thinking no one would care. Well, he thought wrong. So that is what we saw here. So let's go back and finish up what we left off and continue to watch this from how it unfolded.
Well, it's all on body camera, so calm down.
Yeah, I'm sure you turned that off.
Just calm down, brother.
Get off me, man.
Hey, I'm just trying to get you calm,
Get
okay?
off me, you fucking prick,
Hey,
bitch.
look at us, not him.
Look at us,
That
okay?
bitch attacked me when I was in the car, man.
It's all right, I know. Calm down. We don't want to have to fight you or anything like that, okay?
Come on, get up.
I gotta catch my breath.
Oh, come on, we're going right over
You
here.
do it in the chair.
Come on.
I can't breathe, bitch. Please let me catch my breath.
Billy, come on.
I can't. I gotta catch
We're
my
going
breath.
right
From
across.
there to there.
Come on,
You don't
we're
need
going
to
right
catch
across.
your breath.
Come on, Billy.
Stand up.
Stand, man.
We're gonna have the nurse check you out.
Good place.
Get this off, buddy.
Fucking weak ass bitch.
I'm gonna take this off you, okay, Billy? Because you're hot, I know.
Ah,
Gotta
this is
cool
kind
you
of
down a little
tough,
bit.
man.
Yeah, well, they're all upside down, so you're gonna have to undo your hands.
Ah!
Come over here.
Ah!
Come left.
I'm right here.
Grab his right arm. Somebody grab this arm. This arm. This on.
Right side.
Stop pulling
Right
on
side.
me, man. Get the fuck off my wrist! God damn it, man! Stop, I'll break this. I hurt my goddamn hand, you motherfucker!
I'm trying to get it off.
Goddamn, there's an easier way to go about it, you motherfucking prick! Motherfucker!
I got
My goddamn phone!
I got You gonna be around here a while now. You gonna have felony charges.
I don't give a fuck. Dude, I got bitten on my goddamn body. Y'all gonna kill me any goddamn way.
Hold it up.
You were released from the hospital.
I don't get, yeah, they come in there and fucking lied to me. Dead in my fucking face. And then, well, when I made them bring the goddamn doctor in there, I had to do it. I said to her, I pointed it to him. I said, what's that?
Get to him.
I got a goddamn fit on me.
You're a lying cock.
Yeah, cock of shit, piece of shit. Yeah, I'm lying. I'm not, go ahead and get your on to everybody else has. Yeah, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. When I fucking die. Dude, I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Cover mics. Cover mics, please.
Cover mic. Out here. Out here. Cover mic.
No, but y'all,
You good?
y'all
All
obviously
right.
paid attention.
You all right?
So I was just trying to push you out. So.
Are you hurt?
Right here, we see Officer Harris trying to cop-splain why he was doing what he was doing. He was wrong. He was absolutely wrong, yet he wants to sit there and talk to the correctional officer about why he was doing what he was doing. Unbelievable. Check this out.
He's not going anywhere.
I know. What, trying to start another? Not trying to, like, only reason I had to punch him was because he was trying to fucking choke
I was
himself.
talking about him. I was talking about him.
I know. What I'm saying is, from here to here, like, I'm not here to talk shit and rob people up. Like, I was trying to help out.
I know.
And with him coming at me, that's the only reason I pushed him. Like, I didn't do that of fucking anger.
I just wanted to come and tell
Okay.
you
Yeah, no, we're good.
for pushing you back because
You're my mic's y'all. Are you okay? With your hand? All right.
No, I was. So I was
Yeah, I don't care about that shit.
I grabbed him.
Yeah, I don't care about all this shit. I just want to make sure you're all right.
No,
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're all right. Hey, yeah, everybody that's involved in this, can y'all email me a statement? We're going to charge you felony escape. So, which is C Ditto at craigheadcountyar.gov.
Because he was punching on me and pulling on me.
keep talking.
Yeah, they hollered at me and said they're going to charge you for for escape.
Give me that again. C Ditto.
C Ditto. C D I.
I understand.
We always have tension, JPD in the jail, and I just want you to know, like,
No,
like
you're
we're on
good.
y'all's side.
No, I know. Today's my last day. I'm going to
Really? You gonna work through? Yeah.
But no, well, from my point of view, obviously I can't see from behind. I seen him go after you, so I took him this way. Then I seen you lunge. I didn't know what you're trying to do, so I was just like, hey, I got it. Just go.
From my perspective, about the time he lunged me,
I gotta have my
when I
stuff.
went out, but then so at the hospital, was a deputy or was a jailer?
Jailer.
Sergeant up there.
Okay, so he got away from there, and then I was on his work. Got off duty working at the yard, holding on the radio outside. When I show up, it's just me and the other officer got him and a bunch of nurses.
No. We haven't seen nobody in our department besides me. I was the only one there. They hollered that he was running from the hospital, and I pulled up JPD and I had him in custody outside. And
They had to go back to the room and get paid.
yeah, I told him to go back and get the discharge papers because the nurses told me he's discharged. So I told him to go get that paperwork. We need it.
There's a locker room, and
That's what I was wondering. I was like, where's the officer of ours that was with him?
I don't know, but I've got to have him here to do statements and everything.
he should be on the way back.
So Jonesboro called up to him?
Yeah, Jonesboro caught him out there on the road.
He was saying something about Jonesboro, and I was like, see all these deputies, and then I walk out here, okay,
Yeah.
there's an F.
Big guy.
Yeah, big guy.
This dude was done need less than 2 people right there. He does all the time. I know.
Yeah.
I know
We
we have
have
one person in each area. So
We
what else do we
have
do?
a
I
federal
know.
warrant on him right now out of Pearl, Mississippi, because he went to a hospital there. But they don't have officers that sit with you at the hospital there. It's a small department.
Yeah.
They let security watch you, and when security calls and tells them you're done, you can pick them up.
Yeah.
He brought out the fucking window up there and escaped.
That's what he tried to do here. He bolted out the door. I guess. I don't have the full story yet. Blake, don't run off here in a minute.
I'm not going nowhere. I'll be right beside you.
All right.
Like, you know, open one or something. Medical number up.
See Ditto at cricketcountyar.gov.
I see you went to the bathroom.
Hey, allow him.
Goddamn, I don't want to fucking die in this bitch.
We're gonna let you die. Listen, you're gonna have to calm down. Okay? Yeah. Calm down. We're gonna talk these words. Hey, I haven't seen you forever.
No, it's been a year.
It's been a while.
Watch this part. This is coming up. Now, this is what I want you to see. You have, at this point, the inmate, which is Billy Coram, in the back with correctional officers for the jail. And see this officer right here? He's about to say something that I think you need to hear. And I'm going to play it back, but I want you to pay attention to what Officer Chris Ditto says to him about what Officer Harris did about punching him and their response, how they really saw it at the time. Check it out.
It's good to see you, though. You look good. You look like you take care of yourself.
All that good stuff.
We're gonna look at that.
All them.
She's gonna check that out.
Because when he stopped, he said, I jumped out of the truck, activated my camera again.
There's nobody's gonna let that
And
happen.
he said, he's choking and stuff, get up here. And he was
You're not gonna die in your sleep. Calm down.
Then he tried to punch him again here, so.
You gotta calm down a little bit, okay? Take some deep breaths. Let's get where we can get a Bible reading on you. You can't get one right now. You gotta calm down. You're sweating.
So this is the officer. Now, let's play back what he said.
I've seen you forever.
No, it's been a year.
It's been a while. It's good to see you, though. You look good. You look like you can take care of yourself.
All that good stuff.
That.
All them.
She's gonna check yourself.
When he stopped, he said, I jumped out of the truck, activated my camera again.
There's nobody can let that
And
happen.
he said, he's choking and stuff, get up here. And he was just,
You're not gonna let them sleep. Calm down.
then he tried to punch him again here, so.
Calm down a little bit, okay? Take some deep breaths. Let's
Good. There we have it. That's what the police really thought. He thought all that good stuff. He talking about all the marks on Billy Coram's face from being punched by Officer Harris and him trying to punch him again. The police officer right there said, good. That's what he thought of what happened. But it's not good. It is not constitutional. And know why? Because of this right here, this little nagging piece of the law called Graham versus Connor, 1989. It says the Supreme Court ruling, when the interpretation of each use of force by the officer must be weighed separately. and the severity of the crime that happened, whether the suspect poses an immediate threat, whether the suspect is actively resisting, and whether the suspect is fleeing. You see, under the Graham versus Connors Supreme Court ruling that happened in 1989, every single strike of Officer Harris from the backseat of that car to inside of that jail had to be justified, and here it wasn't. And because it wasn't justified, that is a problem. Deprivation of rights under color law for state officials. U.S. Supreme Court rules under 18 U.S.C. 242 that the officer can have civil liability and criminal liability because each use of force was weighed and it had to be justified, and it wasn't justified. Even when he tried to cop-splain himself away, here, Officer Harris trying to tell the jailer and a correctional officer why he did what he did, there was no explanation for it. He made a huge mistake. So let's finish up this video and talk this through to the end. So this is the final aspect of the video.
It's good to see you though. You look good. You look
So
like
y'all
you
gonna do
take
about
care of
this
yourself.
big inside the head?
All that head
We're
stuff.
gonna look at that.
All them.
She's gonna check that out.
Because when he stopped, he said, I jumped out of the truck, activated my camera again.
Listen, because nobody's gonna let that
And
happen.
he said, he's chopping this stuff, get up here. And he was just,
You're not gonna die in your sleep. Okay.
Then he tried to punch him again here, so.
You gotta calm down a little bit, okay? Take some deep breaths, let's get, where we can get a Bible reading on you. She can't get one right now, you gotta calm down, you're sweating. Why'd you try to run away from the hospital?
Because they're like, you're getting released. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you're getting released. And I was like, they got trying to fucking kill me. You already denied seeing it. And I'm looking dead at it. Then I told the doctor, I made him bring a doctor in there. I said, what is that right there? She said, it looks like something moving through your mouth. She said, it's on my shorts trying to find a piece of metal and couldn't find it. Yeah, they tried to say, oh, it's the chain around your belt. No, it's goddamn not.
Well, guess what? Getting your blood pumping faster, getting your blood pressure up, it's only gonna make, if something's in there, make it faster, and it's gonna be worse. Calm down. Calm down. We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
31 Lake City unit.
It is. I'm not gonna let you down.
Go ahead. When you go to 601 Lake Street, 601 Lake, and make contact with a female, difficult to understand on the phone, headed to Lake City. 10-4, I'll be 19, dispatch.
We're doing this time. Hey, look who's that.
Yeah, I seen that. I already said hi.
Oh.
And everybody likes you, they keep coming back for you.
I ain't been in here in years, man. It's been a year since I've been in here. Last time
I know, I ain't
I
seen
did
it.
a whole year in the jail last time I was in here. If I just go to Connor, so I was back to back, I gave me a whole year. I got out last year, August.
Yeah.
I ain't been in jail a whole 12, 13 months.
Think you're more outside here than in here lately. So, look at it.
Almost made a year.
Hardest part of the same, I got in here, dead ahead in the door twice.
Until your vitals are stable, until you're calm, she can't get good readings on you. As long as you stay calm, quicker we get you out of the chair, the quicker we can get you calm. But you gotta stay calm, before we got to.
Okay, that was it. So what happened? He calmed down, he went about his business, and he did what we're supposed to do. He took accountability on what he did, but he also sued, and that is still pending, the civil liability. A criminal case, as you know, initiated, and in January of 2025, Officer Harris was arrested. Officer Chris Ditto, how do you think he did? Did he do enough? He spoke out about it, corroborated what was stated by Billy Coram, and he said this Officer Harris guy, he did too much. He did more than what he's supposed to, and I don't think what he did was right. So there's that. But how was he treated overall? Well, we saw that there was medical that he was required to have. 8th Amendment and 14th Amendment rights were violated by him being denied the medical. Now, I know he went to see medical, but he was adamant about the fentanyl still in the system. Was there any rights that were violated by being denied medical? And once he was apprehended, when he was 90 seconds away from the jail, was the intervention Officer Harris gave him by punching him in the face when he was choking himself, was that appropriate? I'll let you contemplate that. But this is the nature of where we're at today. Police accountability, it is not enough. It's for us also to know that we're accountable, both citizen and the police, to know our rights and not to litigate on the side of the road, but to litigate in court. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation, and we will do more conversations just like this here on the Underdog Research Channel. Until next time, this has been the Underdog Research Channel, Police and Citizen Encounters. Take care.
I am